People have been asking, did I get rid of him? We haven't seen him in a long time. He's still here. He's not packed up. His usual spot is at the dining room table. But since he hasn't made an appearance in a while, I thought, you've been good. You haven't been trashing the house. You've been cleaning up after yourself. Hasn't been staying out till 3 a.m. That's my thing. So Pepe is back. And I need to give a shout out to possibly my biggest fan. We're on first name basis, him and I. His name's Harry. Joe better watch it. Elizabeth better watch it. So, hi to Harry. Love you, Harry. Love you, Elizabeth. Now, Harry wanted me to... Pepe, you need to sit on something. I thought you were going to be a little taller. Harry wanted me to model the bra again. I mean, I was more than willing to do it. But Pepe was like, look, I haven't made an appearance in a really long time. There's Wally. Why don't I wear the bra? And I think he fills it out a lot better than what I do. So there you go, Harry. Just for you, the bra. It's not for sale. Kyle, stop asking me. So yeah, it's fabulous. I love it. It's intact. They're kind of sagging a little bit. They might need a doctor or something to help them out. There we go. Oh, it's got saggy. All right. Sorry, Pepe. He gets jealous. I would be wearing that, but I was gifted the best gift up to now, possibly. Here, Harry, does this hold you over? Shenanigan instigator. Yes. Huge shout out to Jen Flisky Stitches. I will link her video down below. I love it. It's comfy. I can't wait to wear it out. So yeah, Shenanigan instigator. And I've been seeing a lot of, with St. Patrick's Day coming up, shirts. I know they're at Target that says something about shenanigans. So I need to get on that so I can get all the shirts that say shenanigans on them. Today's FlossTube video is brought to you by the Fillmore Bake Shop, San Francisco, established 2010. The lovely Elena and Dad hit up San Francisco last week. Wally, I'm not letting you out. It's raining outside. And it was fabulous. Fabulous. I know when Arlene does her next video, she'll talk all about it. I met up with Arlene Cohen, Works by ABC in San Francisco. And then we met up with Olivia B., Elena, Jen from Delicious Threads, Abby, Top Knot Stitcher, and had just the most wonderful time. It was full every single day. We did something, went into the city, went to the Lace Museum, Laces. We went to Britex. Possibly the best place was the San Francisco School of Needlework and Design. Fantastic. I will be inserting some of the most non-incriminating photos here. So yeah, there was just so much to see and wish we could have stayed longer. The weather was fantastic. It was actually warmer there than it was here in Phoenix. Past weekend was when it was snowing. We didn't get snow here, but my parents did about 30 minutes from here. It was snowing in Vegas. So I'm happy that I was gone during that time, and it's actually supposed to be warming up to like the 70s this week. So I can start on my tan, hopefully get rid of pants. Love it. I will show in the what I bought section from San Francisco. I will show you where I bought things from, so you can kind of see that I did some damage. All right, so let's start it off with the giveaway winners from my last video. Holy moly, you guys in your comments, thank you so much. Totally appreciate it. I'm happy that there were so many people wanting to try a 40 count fabric that they have never stitched on 40 count fabric. Don't be intimidated. Yes, if you're not used to 40 count, then when you go to 40 count, it's going to be a huge adjustment. But have light, or maybe a little extra light. Maybe buy some magnifiers. So it's totally doable. I love the 40 count. It's one thread over two. You don't have to worry about twisting threads, none of that stuff. All right, so for earthen, the earthen color, gorgeous. There were 70 people that wanted it. Number 10, it went to Lavender Lily Stitches. Lavender Lily Stitches. And for Harold here, now because I didn't explain how to spell Harold, people were spelling it two different ways. So I went through, added up how people spelt it, H-E-R and H-A-R, and there were 66, and the winner is Marie Linton. So I will put my email address down below. You can message me at McKenna at 1884stitchery.com. Are your address, and I will get those out to you this week. I have another giveaway as well. Let's go with some Halloween because Pepe is back. Barbara Anna, this is the Raven scissor fob. You don't have to make it into a scissor fob if you don't want to. So Barbara Anna, the Raven scissor fob. And yeah, use the word Raven in a sentence. R-A-V-E-N, raven. And I will pick a winner next time. Now, I wasn't going to do a video so soon, but all the crap I bought in San Francisco, it's good crap. I mean, crap usually tends to be bad stuff. I buy good crap. Was all over the place and driving me nuts, and I want to put the stuff away and or use it and or sell it on 1884. So I thought I'm just going to do a video and get it out of the way. Let's go with finishes. This I finished. I will actually pull it out. That's what she said. If you remember, I stitched this up last year. This is the Gilded Cage by Carriage House Samplings. It was my own color conversion. Basically, I liked the colors that were on front of the pattern, but then when you pulled them, I just didn't love them. So this I did on first piece on 46 count, which I absolutely loved. I converted to Belle Soie, and I absolutely love how this turned out. Now, I knew I wanted to finish this in a bird cage. I have a Hobby Lobby near me, and a couple weeks ago I was there and I saw that their bird cages were all on sale. Well, I didn't have this with me, and at the time it was not on board. So I couldn't remember what the dimensions of it were. I love the bird cages, but I didn't love them. And for how kick-ass lucky I am at thrift stores, I thought, come on, I'll be able to come across something. So while in San Francisco, of all places, one must go thrift shopping. And went into a Goodwill in San Francisco, was a little concerned, like, what are the prices going to be? Are they going to be San Francisco prices? But I scored this beauty for $3. Maybe it was the luck of having Arlene and Abby with me. I'm not sure, but I absolutely love it. Now, it's not an antique. It's just made to look old, but I love the green of it. Kind of the weathered look. And yeah, picked it up and thought this needs to fit in my suitcase going back. $3. Yes, I'll take it. Now, I knew my stitched piece would fit in here. I knew that it wasn't this tall or wide. So I got this out, and I had a piece of sticky board. Yes, I use sticky board. It's acid free. I don't care if it's going to eat through my piece. In 75 years, I'll be dead. But there are people much older than me that have stitched way longer than me that don't have a problem with sticky board. It's still totally fine. Sticky board's not your thing, then just use like cardboard and lace it. I don't lace it though. So figured out the dimensions, slapped it on. Underneath the blue, I just took the pieces of fabric and folded them and used tape, like packaging tape, to hold them down. Wally, stop. This blue is a small piece of cross-stitch fabric, but the size was all wonky, so I just put it into my finishing bin kind of scraps, and I laid that on the back. Kind of took out some of the threads and laid it down, spray adhesive, slapped it on. Dunzo. I need to attach something on the back with all of my information. put it in said bird cage at an angle so the lid can shut. Close it up. And done. I put a picture of this on my Instagram, and this is exactly how I wanted to finish it. So it's a bird in a bird cage in a bird cage. Yes. I love it so much. And this will be a entry into the state fair this year. Which I will probably not get a ribbon for, and it'll just piss me off. But I absolutely love it. The hanger, but right now I just have it on our island like this. So that was a finish. StitchCon this past year, I didn't steal, I took. I was granted permission to take numerous stitched pieces by Marcy Thiessen. She had a huge stack. It was driving me nuts that they weren't finished. So I have already finished 2, I believe, and I have shown those here on my videos. And because I had finished the bird, I was kind of like in this finishing, I don't know, role, I guess. And so I looked through her stack and decided this piece was perfect for this box that I picked up at a thrift store. I don't know, God, for like $4 or $5. I have no idea what this piece is. The box opens up. It is magnetic. And yeah, I think it's perfect. I love the wood detail around the edge. It's got little feet on it. So this will be going to Marcy. The other pieces as well, she is coming to my retreat, Stitchnanigans, so that's where I will have them on display to show, and then at the end, she can take them home. I am working on another piece. I'm on the lookout for a floating frame, just similar to the frame that I put Devil's Run in, because this piece of hers, I'm going to burn it. And I'll probably record a video, updated video of me burning it. Jessie Marie just burned her first piece, and it turned out amazing. So burn your stuff. When you set it on fire, it's not just going to go whoosh, okay? It goes slowly, and I explain what you need on standby, not a hot firefighter or a fire extinguisher. I mean, if you have access to a hot firefighter, then by like all means, go for it. But you shouldn't just call on your hot firefighter if you're going to burn something. Like, he should just be there all the time, even if he's just sitting there. Okay. So yeah, watch for an updated video of that. So yeah, love both of those pieces and happy to finish and get them off to Marcy. All right, Pepe, you have anything to say? Fantastic. Joe and the boys are up in Flagstaff today, snowboarding. So it's Pepe, Wally, and Erwin, and me today in the house. So it's fantastic. Before I left for San Francisco, I received a beautiful gift. If you have not heard of this company, Bags Plus. You should. If you watch Bendy, you should know about them. So Bags Plus is, oh, I forgot your business card to flash. I'll put all of Bags Plus information down below. If you follow Bendy either on Instagram or watch her videos, she gets shipments of Bags Plus bags and then sells them either on Instagram, but I think mostly on live YouTube videos. And I'm always the bouncer. I just sign myself up, hire myself, and I am the bouncer. When you do live videos on YouTube, you tend to get trolls. People just scrolling for live videos and just making stupid comments. So I'm there to block them, to kick them out. So it doesn't need to be an issue. So I'm the bouncer, probably the best bouncer. And Karina, she is the owner extraordinaire, sewing goddess. As a thank you, sent me one of her Bags Plus bags in a panel of my choosing. And this is what, so it comes with a handle. And this is the panel I decided to go with. I forget the company who these are. Santoro? And I have some of the panels that I had picked up in Washington during our 2-week road trip last year, but I forgot to send them to her in this package that I had shipped off to her to Australia. So I said, well, what panels do you have? She sent me pictures. I went with this one because she's in a party dress. I'm always down for a party, and she's got a little cleavage. It's like classy cleavage. So if you're looking for classy cleavage, if you're not looking for classy cleavage, but the bag's fabulous. I absolutely love it. All of her bags, though, are fabulous. So we have the see-through pocket here, which I absolutely love. And on the back, the see-through as well with the zipper. So the fabulous thing about this, it can basically hold 2 projects if you want, one on the front and one on the back, but it can totally hold a lot more. I just want to carry this around as a bag itself. I absolutely love it. I'm not a pink person, but this is more like coral and bright. And I love it, especially with the polka dots. So check out Bags Plus. I will link all the information for the store down below. Yeah, and check it out. And make sure you follow Bendy, because when she gets a shipment of these, they go quickly. You might know Bags Plus mostly for the Floss Buddies. They can be wound. I think that's what they are. Yeah. But I will link Facebook down below so you can follow and check out what she has. What are you doing, Wally? Hi, Wawas. You handsome manses? Hi, handsome mans. Wawas. And yes, Kyle, my dog is that big. All right, what have I been working on? I have been into the whole spinning my wheel thing. Basically, just when I get tired of whatever project I'm working on, I spin the wheel. But now with March, are we already in March? Crap. Cassandra and I are going to be doing some Stitching Madness 2019. That's the hashtag. Use it. I'll put it down below. And we're going to be spinning our wheels every 2 days. Every 2 days, yes. So before I had spun my wheel, so in February, since the last time you guys saw me, what have I worked on? I had spun Beautiful Bag from Diana. It is Kismet, another sewing goddess. Wally thinks they're home, but they won't be until like 5 or 6 o'clock. Good boy, Wawaz. He's gonna take a nap. That's probably what I'm gonna do after this video. So I had spun the wheel and had landed on Gertrude's Garden. Love this. And I know I have enabled some of you guys as well to purchase this. I am using 2 DMC colors. Let me pull out 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9 colors total threads for this. The 2 DMCs that I'm using, 977 and 436. I'm using these 2 because I did not have close enough Belle Soie matches. I am stitching this on boop, beep, boop. Hold on, it's my sewing thing over here. Vintage Maritime White. It's a 36 count from Lakeside Linen. Let me show you my, so here are the Belle Soie colors that I'm using and in love with. So yeah, but using DMC is just as fine. I just wanted to be fancy pants. And here is where I have gotten to so about halfway. That down here at the bottom is the halfway. There's opening here with initials, and I'm going to be charting out my great-grandmother's name, who was Gertrude, and putting it in there. I'm not adding in, there's all these initials kind of sprinkled in, and I'm not adding those in. I think it just looks a little too muddled. And so, yeah, I'm taking those out and I'm totally fine. But loving the colors. People sending me messages and I want to stop and pause and read them, but damn video. But yeah, no, I love this. The colors are fabulous. I love working with Belle Soies. And I mean, we all have cross-stitch pieces that we can say remind us of some point in our life, be good or bad. And so if you don't follow me on Instagram at Stitching in Sequins, I had posted the other day, that doesn't go in that color. I had posted the other day and had thanked everybody or had said that I had been in the ICU with my dad. I've mentioned it a couple times. Last year, he was diagnosed with CLL, chronic something leukemia. And he had his last round of immunotherapy on his birthday. They put him into remission. And then I didn't know until the first of this year, but my parents found out right before Christmas of 2018 that the cancer had come back. Being the only child, I think they were just doing the whole parent thing and protecting their kids and waiting till after Christmas. And so they had told me. And so he had ended up in the ICU after very low blood pressure, 103-degree temperature, and it was a reaction from him receiving his therapy on Monday. Basically, he has so many cancer cells built up in his body that when he starts receiving this therapy, they shed. And the shedding gave him a reaction. So now when he is getting the immunotherapy, he should not be getting those sorts of reactions because the therapy is moving the cancer cells out of his body. So I went to the hospital. I was there all day on, was it Tuesday? I believe so. So Monday night, they transferred him into ICU, went to the hospital all day Tuesday. And because of ABC, always bring cross stitch, this is the piece that I just grabbed. So I look for, now this is not making me like sad. Like, oh, I'll never want to stitch on this again because it's going to remind me of staying all day in the hospital. I mean, I'll feel that way, but I won't at the same time. And I know some people kind of get that way about certain pieces. Maybe more so if I was stitching on this. If like my dad is, would be in, the last stages, then maybe, but I love this. I love Gertrude's name. And so I think it's just kind of like a good family piece. But I definitely plan on finishing this and getting it up, and I will finish it or work on it more when I spin on it and it comes back up again. But after I had posted that about my dad, I appreciate everyone who reached out to me privately and sent me well wishes on his behalf, hoping that I was taking care of myself, hoping that my mom was taking care of herself. And he was, given the all clear on Tuesday. My dad's now just texting me. He got released, Wednesday, late afternoon. They gave him another blood transfusion. And another therapy round, and they gave that to him while he was in the hospital to make sure that if he did have any reactions, then he would be in the hospital and not just at the cancer center. But he is at home resting, and his energy has been super low. I mean, he would be sleeping basically all day. He would get up when my mom woke him up to eat, shower, and then he'd go back to bed. So I talked to him yesterday, and he was actually like doing stuff around the house, and my mom was all surprised that he only took a 1-2 hour nap the whole day, and that it was 7 o'clock and he was still up watching TV with her. So hopefully the energy is coming back, because I think that puts him in a big state of depression, just not having that energy. So yeah, so right now we're still, the lymph nodes came back, that the biopsy came back that it's still CCL, and that it had not morphed, which it tends to do, into Ricker's syndrome, SM. And so we're still waiting on a bone marrow biopsy. And the doctor thinks that it too should show that it's still CCL. So now I know there's doctor's appointments scheduled for next week. I'm going to go to as many as those as I can go to. But I think last week I was told no. I think my parents just trying to protect me and not wanting me to know the extent. I don't think it's worse. But being the only kid, I think I deserve a right to know what's going on, good or bad. But thank you guys so much for everyone that reached out. It meant a lot to me. I really, really appreciate it. Thank you so much. So then I did spin my wheel. And of course, it landed on the thing I didn't want to work on the most. Cassie, I hear you laughing. Prairie Moon, the red and the black. Because I had just stitched on this. So I pulled it out. It was nice. I didn't respin. And I finished the W. Gorgeous. Now, what am I dragging my feet on? This last block, X, Y, and Z. Why? Because the X, Y, and Z block is the same block as TUV. And those are all fully stitched. And they were a pain in my white ass. So I'm going to outline the XYZ block. I will put in the letters, and then I will decide on a design. Because I do not want to do that design. Look, you can see the back of it. I don't want to do this design and use all that, what am I using? Not Kreinik, Accenture, which is nice to work with, but I was getting tired of having to fill in. God, look at that back. That is one sexy back. So yeah. But I spin on that again. I'm going to get it done in the 2 days that each project is allowed to be worked on. How's it going? Don't eat them, Pepe, because I want to use that again. Emily C's birthday, Eclectic Possessions, is this month. The last couple months, she has been talking about a goat load B-Day Sal hashtag. And she had chosen goat load for us to all stitch on. Goat load's not really my style. It is not work friendly. Don't Google it. And so when I was at Needle and Haystack, in California. Amazing store, by the way. I was looking at charts and talking to the girls there, and I said, I need to find a chart for Emily C's birthday stitch along, but it's not going to be Go Float. I need to find something just as immature, if not more. So I picked up Heartstring Samplery, the Gobbler. The Gobbler rides again. The Gobbler. Not going to explain it to you, but it's a Gobbler, rides again. Now, when I showed this the other day, I was going to do it on cream fabric, but I was inspired by Diana is doing her Go Float. I think she's doing Go Float on red fabric. And I was like, I can't be doing the Gobbler on cream fabric. So I went and looked at my 28 counts and I'm doing it on blue. And I love it. This was some 9 by 12 piece from Stitcher's Paradise that I had picked up. And I love it. So started this yesterday in the car when I went to go pick up the boys at school. And this is where I'm at. That horse is awesome. I am using Weeks dye. Not all the called for, but just ones that are close enough. And the horse is massive. You can see the variegation on that horse is up and down, but I'm going back and forth. So yeah, I'm not sure if I'm gonna ride the Gobbler rides again, or if I'm just gonna do the Gobbler on the horse. I mean, I totally have enough room to add it in. I'm not sure. But yeah, I love it on the blue fabric. I'm so happy that I decided to go with a different color. But see, that's what you need to do. Don't go by like, oh, you can only do creams. Do colors, people. Expand your horizon. Be different. Stay unique, like me and Pepe. Pepe and I. Now, I have not worked on this, but I want to talk about it because Olivia B and Jen, Delicious Threads, Abby, Arlene, we were at Needle in a Haystack stitching, and we were talking about BAPs, big ass projects. My current big ass project, one of Halloween Hawk Run Hollow. Love this. But I told the girls if I had not started this yet, I would not be starting it. Or I would only be stitching the witches block, and that's it. Reasons why. They're basically full coverage blocks. You think you're going to stitch them up in just a matter of a couple days. No, you're wrong. And I think just the whole, so many people are stitching it kind of a thing just doesn't ruin it, but just seeing it so much just kind of just takes the love out of it. So I have just finished up on block 2. I have these 3 done, this block done, and I got the idea from Olivia She is going to do something similar. 2 on top, then she's going to be doing the witch, and then 2 on the bottom. So something like this. That's how she's going to make this more her, personalize it, and then switch out the blocks because they're all the same size. The witch's block is just 2 of them together. So if you want to put them in a certain order, you can. Now, some of them have writing. Absolutely. So I'm going to change mine up. I am not going to stitch the whole thing. Like the scarecrow, I just not loving it. The train, not loving it. The headless horseman block, holy crap, I don't want to stitch all that. Yeah, right. That's full coverage, not going to happen. But I kind of like the bell tower. So I am going to do something similar. Since I am going to shrink it down, she said, I only have 2 more blocks to fill in. So what am I going to do? I already have these 3. And the words I'm going to keep because it still sounds fine. It still flows. So it'll say, we do lie beneath the grass. We are afraid they would envy our delight. I'm going to keep it. I think it's cool. So what I'm going to be doing, I'm going to be moving the witch over. So I'm going to take out the cat, the pumpkin, this bad bug mobile. I'm going to be moving the witch over and the cauldron, and that's it. So I'm hoping that will give me enough working space for one. And then I'll have 1 more block to do, and that's where I'll decide which one of these to do. And I'll probably be doing the bell tower without the writing, without the text. So that's my plans for Halloween at Hawk Run Hollow. I'll show you here what I have. I still love it. I love the fabric. I mean, I'm super impressed with myself that I've kept going. That one was a monster. But I want to see it. I want to see it done to my standards. And I am totally fine by adding 2 more blocks, framing it up, and being done with it. Totally, totally cool with that. So yeah, that's what I will be doing the next time the wheel lands on Hawk Run Hollow. And I'm kind of excited about it because now it's not like, oh, I have 1 huge block with the witches and then 5 more to stitch. No. Gonna finish it up and get it on my wall, get it out of here. Now, going back, you may have been like, whoa, why did you start the gobbler? You were on a 6 months, no new starts. Well, that's out the window. It's all Emily's fault. She's taken full responsibility for it. I blame Jim somewhat too. Not really sure how Jim fits into it, but I'm totally blaming him too. And I'm okay with that. I think where I kind of got he's so handsome. I got the okay about it being in ICU with my dad. I think there's just times when you're in a situation and you kind of contemplate your life. And I've never had a relative pass. I don't know. I've never been to a funeral. I don't know. I mean, my two grandparents that I'm uber close with, on my parents' side, they're still alive. So I've never had a loss. And I'm not in denial my dad has cancer. Yes, it's not a death sentence. But I'm looking, at all possible options. And that, I think just when something like this happens, you think, oh crap, like your parents will die one day. And so sitting with him and just kind of stitching, and it was kind of like, why am I doing the no starts for 6 months? Yeah, it's to get a lot of progress done on my current whips, which I have like 8 or 9, which is like nothing to a lot of people. Bendy, I'm not talking about you. But why not start stuff? Why not start it? You only live once. YOLO. If you want to start it, great. Who are others to say you have too many whips or you shouldn't be starting that? Wally, hey, where are the boys? I know it's mean, but he stops licking. I can't stand licking. So goodbye, 6 months, no new starts. I'm going to be starting stuff. Now, I'm not going crazy, not going BS crazy. But I'm going to allow myself to start stuff if I want. I will put them into the wheel. I will keep spinning my wheel every 2 days for #StitchingMadness 2019. And I'm totally fine with that. Totally cool. And I forgot to get a stack of charts that I want to start to show you guys. But we'll do that. I'll go do that and get the stuff. All right. So the birdcage from San Francisco, Goodwill, $3, went to a recycle place in San Francisco as well. Similar place to where I bought Austin. So the joke was maybe McKenna will find the other leg for Austin, or like a prosthetic arm or something for my medical bathroom. You guys know I always find stuff for my medical bathroom. But we walked in, Arlene noticed this, I think it was Arlene, and there was no price on it. And the people were really upset that I'm like, yeah, how much is that angel all the way up there? I don't see a price tag. And she was like, I think kind of ticked that I was interested in it and had to like go get a ladder and everything. But I used my strong arm and she busted out the ladder. What are you doing? You're itching. Hey. Wawas, come here. Come here. Come here, Wawas. Hi, honeys. Hi. Love you. So, got the angel down, and I bought it on the spot, but I can't bring home a cross-stitched angel in a frame. So we went outside after I bought it, took it out of the frame, and then donated the frame back to the reuse place. And I brought home an angel. This is, I don't know what it is. Is this a lavender and lace? Spring? Summer? I don't know what it is. I'll look it up. And it's going to be for sale on 1884. Damn straight. See, stuff I do for you guys. Things I do for you guys. It's on this very light blue Ada. It was framed around, like stitched around, and then ghetto attached with tape, but I'll get all that off. It's a little dirty in some areas, but you give this a spot clean, and I don't see any issues with it. But she is gorgeous. I know, Wally. Fully beaded. Is her face 1/1? It is not. But yeah, fully beaded. It's gorgeous. And she can be yours. So stay tuned the next couple days on 1884. I'll be putting this gorgeous lady up on there. Now, the thing about 1884, I don't just put things up there without notifying you guys. So, for example, about an hour ago, I put up a crap ton amount of Barbara Anna charts. I listed them, but then if you follow me on Instagram at 1884, I put a little bleep up there. I forgot to put it up on Facebook. But anytime I'm going to upload things, I'll take a photo of them, make a collage, and kind of inform you guys. I don't just blindly throw stuff up and then hope you guys run across it. Which, side note, I will be getting more Alforce embroidery kits. I'm getting whale, I'm getting more Lucamore, I'm getting them all. So please give me time on getting those. Those are each hand assembled with hand dyed threads coming from Russia. The first shipment that you guys just like took out and stole from me so damn quickly, that was 2 months in the waiting. I'm not saying that the second shipment is going to be 2 months in the waiting, but please give me time. And then when that comes back in stock, I will let you guys know on Instagram and on Facebook. I'm also going to be holding some of the, particularly the whale kits, aside for out of the US customers. I have been contacted by Mexico and Canada and a couple other places. So if you are interested, if you are not in the United States and you are interested in anything that I carry, you need to send me an email, McKenna at 1884stitchery.com. List what you want. I will pull it out of my inventory if it hasn't already been spoken for, and then figure out shipping to you and send you a PayPal invoice. When that invoice is paid, then I will ship those items to you. That's the only way that I will do orders outside of the United States. So when Alforce stuff comes into stock, I will be holding some of those whale kits to give people outside the US that want them a chance to get them. But it will only be a handful, so it will be those first handful of people that message me once they are in stock. I'm not taking pre-order with any of this stuff because I don't know how many I will be able to get in. I give them an X amount, but not sure if they would be able to fulfill those numbers. So at this time, I am not taking pre-orders. But yes, they are coming back. And I thank you guys so much for supporting Alforce in 1884. It's amazing the amount of love and hype that it has received. So yeah, when this pretty lady goes up on 1884, I will be making an announcement. So she is absolutely gorgeous. This was, let's see, this stack of items came from, I think it's just having all of the limelight. The San Francisco School of Needlework and Design. You walk in, and one of the founders of the organization was there. Lucy, a delight to listen to and meet. And she was giving a class on gold work, which is absolutely stunning. And they have a huge wall of books you can just sit and fondle and drool over. So gorgeous, gorgeous library. And then they also have a store within. Arlene went to the books. I went to the store and saw what I could possibly find. So Bent Creek Glory. I saw they had sampler and antique needlework quarterly magazines. So I bought them all. I just was like, oh, this is where they start. This is where they end. Yep. Here is a Design Works kit that will be available. Full kit, beads, fabric, thread. Scarlet Quince. This is Autumn. And she's gorgeous. She kind of reminded myself. Let's see, what else have I got? And then an assortment of cross-stitch charts, which will also be going up on 1884. Got some Needlework magazines, Jeannie Thompson magazines. So I bought those. Damn geese. You guys know how I feel about geese. And while we were there, Lucy was telling us that the school is starting up the world's longest band sampler project. That's right. The world's longest band sampler project. Here is the pamphlet. And all the information is here, which let me give you a little information because this I'm totally doing. And I think it would be amazing if got this out and then they were just bombarded by a ton of band sampler. So how to create your own band. So they give you I'm going to link because I'm pretty sure they probably have their own page. I'm going to link that down below. And this is through the San Francisco School of Needlework and Design. Am I getting that correctly? Yes. So if you want all the specifics, I'll link it down below. But they're going to try to create a one long band sampler. And so they want to make sure that all the bands are of uniform size, 3 to 5 inches tall, and then a 1-inch border, and then 9 inches wide. And your embroidery, your cross stitch can be anything that you want. But they would like you to include your name, your location, your age, and the date or the year of the creation. They encourage whatever design, imagery that's important to you. Just go for it. She showed us samples that they had already received, and some were very simple and straightforward, and other ones were completely full coverage. Satin stitches and specialty stitches, so don't limit yourself if you decide to do this, just a cross stitch. So I will link the information down below for that, which I think would be amazing to take part in. Had to hit up thrift stores that had vintage clothing. So found this beauty. I know now Pepe feels underdressed. And it's amazing. It can be a jacket, or the ones that I like are when they're like shirts. But sometimes they have to be jackets for me. Yeah, and these are good sequins. Look at that. Look how those shine. Those aren't bullshit sequins. But yeah, picked this up, went into some of the stores, and they had racks of sequins. Just dresses and jackets, and then they had like just tops. So I wanted to get something, memento, what would you call it? Souvenir sequins. And I don't have one like this. So I picked it up and I love it. And Joe will hate when I go out wearing it when I'm with him. Get my bucket of other stuff. Oh, also at the Needlework school, I picked up volume 1 and 2. These are the I don't even know. For Hagen Pender's sampler collection. Both CDs. Yeah, $6. Oh, and then it was 10% off your total purchase. So I've looked through these. They're amazing. But I'm going to be passing these on. But super, super interesting. They have, on these, it's a collection of 250 samplers. And they give up close-ups. And then in some of, they take some of the motifs out yourself. We went into bookstores, and Arlene said, hey, I got a book for you on bullshit. So snuggle in, grab your stitching, grab a nice beverage. It's McKenna story time. Most people are rather confident of their ability to recognize bullshit and to avoid being taken in by it. So the phenomenon has not aroused much deliberate concern, nor attracted much sustained inquiry. In consequence, we have no clear understanding of what bullshit is, why there's so much of it, or what functions it serves. In other words, we have no theory. It's a whole book on bullshit. How many pages on bullshit? 67 pages on bullshit. I think it's fabulous. So Arlene's like, I found a book for you. And I was like, that's great. But why didn't you pick me up this one? Breasts. It's going in my medical bathroom as a read. So it's artwork, people. Don't get offended. And what other story time? This one I think is my favorite. I'm kind of jealous. So here's what the piece looks like. And those what her breasts look like. Just in case you can't see them. Elizabeth, I think you need to get this book for Harry. Oh, this one's my favorite. Guess who I am, and the other person shall remain nameless. Hopefully that's my shot on YouTube, but it won't be. But yeah, it's art, and then they zoom in on the boobs. I mean, it's pretty damn fabulous. You got some, I think my abs, didn't I have abstract boobs? Oh, abstract boobs. Look, Pepe's speechless. $1 each. Had to get them. At the reused store, I could not find an arm to add to my medical bathroom, but I did find teeth. Look at this. I found molds of teeth. Oh, and these ones are kid teeth. Boop. Yeah. Is it too, hold on. It's too close. Oh, look at that. Found some kid teeth. Look at these. Joe's like, how much did you pay for those? And I said, I think the lady was just shocked I was buying them and gave them to me for $2. He was like, that was $2 too much. And then he's like, you realize I'm never going to use the medical bathroom ever again. And I said, that's fine with me. We have plenty of other bathrooms in this house that you and the boys can use. But if you come to my house, you guys can go into the medical bathroom. Oh, also, it's going to be a lot of back and forth. At Needle in a Haystack, I picked up some of that Atoll, the DMC Sparkly, to try those out. What else did I get? Oh, also at the Needlework school, they had Weeks Dye Work skeins. So I bought them all because Diana told me to. And let's see, got some buttons to make into needle minders. Before Arlene and I headed up to San Francisco area, we did the Winchester Mystery, or the Winchester Mystery House tour. That was my second time. And I picked up this button. I love that she looks like all Art Deco. And the same place that this jacket was purchased, they also had MJ buttons. So, love me some MJ buttons. And then I had to buy a third one, so I got this one. Fuck you, you fucking fuck. It's really perfect. I can name some people that it would work perfectly for to describe them. And what else? What else did I get? Have you guys been in the store called Daiso? Daiso? Yeah, well, we just got light in here. Daiso. Chinese store. They bring in items that start at like $1.50, but they're all translated to English, really bad English. So, got a bag that had to be thrown into ecstasies. Never better. Yes, please. Oh, there's stuff in here too. I bought a sandwich. I think it's like a sandwich box for your sandwich for lunch so it doesn't get squished. I had to get it because it says restaurant with tasty food. Happy coin, $356 money. Stay hungry, stay foolish. Here you are. I hope you'll enjoy it. Thanks a lot. It looks great. Have a nice day. Hi, how are you doing? Happiness depends upon ourselves. Yummy, highest grade tomatoes. I would have bought more, but there were none. Gotta love translations into English. So, yeah, picked that up. Loved that. I also at the same place, I picked up this plate because can we all just read? Can we read that word right here? Give you guys a moment. Freak time. It's my freak time plate. Delicious, time to relax, chilling. There's more to life than increasing its speed without haste, but without rest. Have a nice day, coffeeholic, freak time. I love me some freak time. I got a freak time plate. Love this place. After spending a while at Needle in a Haystack, the owner told us we needed to go see a new store, or a store, Tinsel Trading. It's in Berkeley off of San Pablo Avenue. This place, I can't. It's like a thrift store on steroids. So the story behind Tinsel Trading Company, the grandfather of the children who now run the store, family owned, either grandfather or great grandfather by now, basically bought anything that was ribbon, sparkly, threads, spools, any sort of like, to us, finishing items, beads, charms, doodads, whatever you could think of. And just fascinating story of how he got these items. People would bring them to him and he would just buy them. Huge collection. So when he died, the family thought we should try to sell these. And they had a shop in New York, and they just recently closed that store and brought it to Berkeley. And their inventory is the grandfather's items. So they are constantly shipping things over from the East Coast to the West Coast to restock the store. I will link their website down below, and you can go onto the About Me and read about it. You can follow them on Instagram. Fake flowers and buttons. I mean, it is amazing, and had to get something. Spool that I decided to pick up. This size, bigger, just a whole assortment, just gorgeous. These are pure silk, 100 yards. And I think these were like $5 each, $4 each. So I picked up some colors to try out. Yes, the pink is that pink. And also these cameos. So I searched through and I bought them all. So watch for these to go up on 1884, and these will be needle minders. But just, yeah, absolutely gorgeous. Love those. So Tinsel Trading Company, I know that they now have a website, so check them out and see all the stuff that you'll want to buy. And I think that's it. Showed you everything I purchased. Yeah, definitely left here with a very empty suitcase, and I purposely did that because I had a feeling that I would be buying stuff. And wanted to make sure I had enough room for all the stuff to come back, and I did. It was like a really good kind of stressful game of Tetris, trying to figure out how to make everything fit into my suitcase. So yeah. So Marie Linton, get in contact with me for the fabric. Lavender Lily Stitches, you as well. McKenna at 1884stitchery.com. If you would like a chance to win in my next video, the Raven Scissors fob from Barbara Anna, just use the word Raven in a sentence. I can be found on Instagram at Stitching and Sequins, and make sure to check out 1884stitchery.com. I try to put up new things weekly if I happen to run across them. If you are looking to destash any of your items, please feel free to contact me. Something is in the works right now. And I may be making a trip in a couple weeks to buy large quantities. So follow me on Instagram and Facebook. If you don't have Instagram, 1884 Stitchery, to stay updated on all of that. Thank you guys so much for watching, subscribing, and just showing me all the love. Thank you guys so much. Pepe and I are going to go take a nap now.